You're watching the best of VH1, now through Sunday. 1970s.
Here I am owing these guys $30 million.
80s.
There were millions and millions of dollars that were just gone.
90s.
This is how a group can sell 10 million records and be broke.
Rock stars keep making the same mistakes. VH1 would like to help. The Behind the Music Millennium Countdown.
Lennon and McCartney, Simon and Garfunkel, James Lee and James. Few bands have had more iconic duos than these, but for one, it's a story of high highs and low lows. This is James Lee and James, Behind the Music. In the age of rock and roll, young babyface singer James Lee was an up-and-coming star.
He was a genius, I'll be the first to admit that. He had this way about him, you know. He had this edge. People wanted to be him, but people were also afraid to be him. He was wild. I mean, he didn't have a care in the world.
Legendary has-been rock star James took the young James Lee under his wing, and James Lee and James was formed.
It just kind of grew into this unique sound.
Their first hit was Mah Na Mah Na.
Mah Na Mah Na.
It was an overnight sensation. They sold 14 trillion records. They were rich.
Then, everything changed.
That's when the war came.
Torn by the heartache of tragedy, James Lee went solo with a song he had been working on with James.
I mean, we all knew Monster in the Mirror was gonna be huge. James just got scared to release it with everything that was going on in the world. Frankly, James Lee wasn't scared at all.
Saw a monster in the mirror when I woke up today. A monster in my mirror, but I did not run away. I did not.
Do not wubba me or I will wubba you. I wasn't brave enough to say it. He was. I see that now.
Do not wubba me or I will wubba you.
Do not wubba me or I will wubba you. But one thing brought them back together. As protests during the war escalated, James Lee and James released a new single called I Don't Want to Live on the Moon.
For James, it was a comeback song. For James Lee, it was the way back to his friend. And for both of them, it was a song of peace.
Well, I'd like to visit the moon.
Do I think our song helped end the war? No, absolutely not. Do I think our song did end the war? Yes, absolutely I do.
Though I'd like to look down at the earth from above, I would miss all the places and people I love. So although I might like it for one afternoon, I don't want to live on the moon.
Shortly after the war ended, tragedy struck the famed band once more.
James Lee had a drinking habit. He did. Soy milk. Not just milk. Soy milk. James Lee spiraled out of control, man. They had to sell everything, and the only buyers were down on Sesame Street. They bought them up for a bargain deal, too.
Although still broken up, some think there's still room for a comeback.
Look, James Lee and James are one of the few bands who could reform today and really pick up musically where they left off. They could do it. They could do it. Will they do it? Time will tell.